All right, so we are back into this series again on multiplying Orbx on top of Orbx and what is it doing to our frame rate. So as you can see, we've so far only focused on North America, and no, we have not gone and bought Buildings HD. Still not sure I want to do that. Again, I've got the Zintertech ones, and there's also the other one. So I'm going to read a little bit more and decide what I'm going to do. All right, North America. We only have SoCal installed currently. We don't have NorCal or any of the other regions installed, as we're just trying to add a few pieces at a time in this series as we go. So we've been doing everything down in KSAN. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to install KSAN and go back, hop in the sim, and do another couple of laps to see what it does to our frame rates. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pause it here and check back in once we've downloaded all of the data. All right, so it's done. It's installed. And control panel. Select this option if you have FTX Southern California installed. We do. Select this option if you have FTX Global Base or Open LAN class installed. See, these make sense, but I have all of them. Okay, so maybe California outranks it. I don't know. Let's do it with static. Sure, we'll do 3D cars for now. 3D boats, sure. Dynamic lights. Okay. Well, we've got all that. Awesome. Do we have to do one of those things where we hit apply? No. Okay, just closing. Which means we also go back to our global range. We go back to global vector. We go back to the control panel. We go back to port elevations, and we hit the run. All right. I will check back with you guys when this is done. All right, that's back. That was a little bit quicker that time. We're going to hit apply. Everything is good. Awesome. Exit. Cap you off. And let's hop into P3D. Showing 49.51. All right. Well. There we are. Oh. Right away, the airport's looking way better. Weird, that's when the audio came in. 46, 41, 39. Oof. We were not ready for takeoff. I did not trim that out. Oh, yeah, I mean, now we're talking. Look at the runways. Look at all the planes. Look at the lights. $36, $38, $40, $32. So, looks phenomenal, obviously. I mean, that just looks incredible. Got the planes in there. Get the yaw dampener on. Hopefully it'll help smooth that out. The trees. Now, I don't know if that's because of global trees, but we're definitely looking out, and we're seeing an amazing region. Got the containers and the vehicles, and just gazing out, it's definitely a lot more impressive with what they've done. So yeah, obviously when you get these high quality payware airports in and around the region, 37s, 43s, 41s, 40s. So yeah, not bad. Obviously 35 there, dipping down pretty low. Obviously it's not to the level of where it was before, but not much we can do, I guess. Definitely looks a lot better in the area. Yeah. I think the city is even more detailed than it was. under the just the SoCal region. Looking out here, we're seeing mid 30s. Yeah, mid 30s. Low 40s, high 30s, low 40s. It's just, yeah, it's smooth. It's definitely very playable, very enjoyable. We see the ships down there, bridges, the whole area, I mean, looks phenomenal, obviously. The buildings, the positioning of things. Stadium no longer being there. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely pretty nice. 33 frames, so getting a little bit low, back up to 40. But some very nice looking buildings. All right, let's get our gear out. And ooh, I should have waited, but we're okay. I mean, the landmarks, the buildings. The bridges definitely look a lot better. Down there you can see those overpasses look phenomenal compared to the way they were looking before. So that's a big plus, obviously intentionally. And of course the just the airport in general looks amazing. And all the buildings and surroundings around it. Pappy lights are now on the right hand side. Where they were more realistically located. Of course, this end of the runway looks way better. Buildings look way better. Cars, parking, placement, it's that's pretty good. That windsock is not showing the right direction. It's coming from our right the whole time, 12 knots, because we keep using the same time over and over again. And we can see which way we're drifting. Why is my nose? Because the yaw dampener. That's why. It's the yaw dampener. I'm not going to let the nose do that. All right, into the 30s. Well, I mean, that is pretty much what you'd expect, I guess. There's a dip, but not too bad. We're in the mid 40s right now, trucking along. Definitely looking at the airport, it's fantastic. So that's one thing to consider, is of course you're getting something that looks like this. Excellent buildings and models. I'm showing 46, 48, 43. Wow, that's, you know, wigwags for the lights. Yeah, so from stock we're down right now about 15 to 20 frames. It's a bit of a hit, but if you stay over 30, it's pretty awesome. So I think that's what you have to factor in, but there's no question the area is building up. So there's a lot of people who have brought out the fact that they weren't happy when they found out that a lot of times it was said that certain areas required land classes and required regions, and in reality all of these airports could have been purchased without those, and you still would have had a pretty phenomenal capability. So I think if you had, you know, the land class, the global, and the vector, and then you just added airports, I'm not sure that it would have been too much of a loss if you didn't have the SoCal region, especially if you're flying tube liners and not doing low GA. I mean, you're taking off from one of these airports, you're climbing out, you're following your departures, your SIDS, your stars, and when you're doing all that, are you really noticing the ground marks around you? I don't know. Sure, if you're doing it in GA, you're slower, you got plenty of time, your climb is slower, you see more stuff. But if you're flying an airliner or a jet, even the Phenom, I mean the Speed or a TBM not so bad. It can climb out slow, but if you're flying a jet, the speed at which they move, staying ahead of the airplane, all of that, I don't know if the value is there for the regions compared to what you see happens when you load up one of the higher end airports. The coverage and the changes happen with the airport, not with the region. So it's something to keep in mind. All right, well, we'll bring it to an end on this one. I think we solved that problem. Hit that thumbs up button, give me a like if you enjoyed it, if you think this was helpful and is able to save you some money if you don't have to go and buy some Orbx stuff you don't want to buy. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to continue this series, and we'll be adding in some more regions and adding in some more areas. We're going to go through them all and try and figure out, because we know for sure we've got one in the Australia area, and we've seen that before, and we're going to document that when we start doing some of the Australia ones. There's no question there are a couple of offerings which totally just decimate frame rate. It becomes unflyable. It's not even usable, and those are the ones I think we want to point out, because I don't think it's a good product, and I think it's unfortunate that they'll actually still sell it, and the fact that it's available to be bought is ridiculous. Either fix it or give people their money back. Anyway, that's my rant. I'll see you guys on the next one.